What's up? I'm back. I'm at the desk, and today I'm ready to show this Printavo S&S importer thing I was talking about in the last video. I've had tons of trouble getting it going, but today I'll be able to show the sort of loop from importing products from the big suppliers. There's like 50,000 items in here. Let me show them on our website. And when I pull up a color, it'll be able to tell me what sizes it's available in. It'll adding them to a Printavo invoice. If I type in soft style black, I'm gonna get a bunch of options. Look, I get the soft style t-shirt, soft style youth, having a link there to click back to our website, which has a link to the supplier to order it, check stock, all that stuff. This link is on the admin side only. It allows me to click it, pop open the product, it's all connected together, but still some major headaches. I'll get to that. I need some help actually. So stay tuned if any of this production manager, Printavo, garment importing, price markup, website stuff is interesting to you. If it's up your alley, maybe you can help. You can at least give some feedback. But if you're in the screen printing industry, this is very cool. I'm stoked to show what I've got so far. So let's dig in. All right, so first let me show you that the importer works. Let's see. Oh, geez, we're getting started here. Okay, that page took forever to load, but I think part of the reason is because there's like 50,000 items in here. This is basically every S&S Canada product, every variation of it. It's high-res image. I've got its base price and then my markup price. Has the image info ready to import to my site, stuff like that. What else we got? It's got the S&S stock levels. It can show that. It's not updating live, but it's getting there. It will. You can see the vision, right? The color name, the size. We're going to get to the sizes, man. The sizes is a huge problem here. But it's got everything. This is it. 50,000 items. Now, and when I open one of these products, you can see it has all the colors. And when I click something like camo, it will show a different price for it, right? Black camo, black aqua. You can see the prices updating here, right? It'll also show me what sizes it's available in. Look, if I click 5XL, only black comes in 5XL. If I click 4XL, same thing. 3XL, we got all the colors, right? But we can see it's a different price. More on that later. The 2XL pricing is a nightmare. This allows me, customer service, etc., to just pull up these products and see where they're from. We have more than one supplier here. So instead of pulling up S&S, Jerico, Sanmar, AS color, all these different things. It's kind of DJI style, except it's on our website. We can just pull these up. Our customers can see it. There we go. I didn't show this yet, but look. So this link to S&S Canada up here that I'm highlighting, this link is on the admin side only. My customers don't see that. It allows me to click it, pop open the product, and look, I can check stock for all these items. So that's it. You can see them on the site. It's pretty cool, right? And I can pull all these prices up on Printavo as well. So the importer works, but the big problem is the pricing. The 2XL pricing, the 3XL pricing. It caused an issue with a bigger part of this project I'm working on because we always ignore 2XL pricing. A lot of shops ignore 2XL pricing, or they just add like $1 or $2 on a flat rate type of thing. But every company's different. They all charge different amounts, huge amounts, some of them. Look at this jersey tee from Bella Canvas. So our markup on the regular item works out to $12.75 each. Our markup on the bigger sizes works out to like $30 each. That's twice as much as what we charge for the larges. So on some brands, we're definitely getting hosed on these extra large sizes. But looking back, one of the biggest reasons that we don't charge this is because of how much simpler it is. Printavo makes this an absolute headache. Printavo is part of the reason why this is so difficult. It's really hard to build an invoice where the line items are tied together by the color of the SKU. And then there's columns that auto load for each size. Printavo's not doing that. It's difficult. It's possible, but they're not doing that. And that's one of the biggest challenges I've had is with this 2XL sizing, how it's presented on Printavo. How Printavo even pulls it in is an issue. I don't know. All right, I asked Jared. Hopefully he says yes. If I'm showing the footage, that means he said yes, but he broke it down really good. This is Jared from Rockford Art Deli. He's been a long time Printavo user, like myself. We've been chatting for a long time, and he showed me just how much of a headache it is to use the 2XL pricing and the 3XL pricing. So let's just watch that.
Okay, you're gonna love this. This is what I've been doing for years. So we'll do 12, and I'll do 12. I'll import the price, and then we'll refresh it. Maybe. It's kind of slow, you know. So I'll do that. So then what I have to do is I have to duplicate, and then I have to remove the 12 from there, 12 from there, and then I'll refresh it, and then it'll give me my medium, and my 2X. Yeah, this is what I've been doing for years. It's been really, really dumb.
So you can see just how difficult it is. I shouldn't even say difficult. It's like, it's non-intuitive, it's tedious, it's brutal. I'm personally embarrassed trying to train my staff how to use Printavo when this is the state of it. So you have to do all these little funky workarounds. And I should note, like, okay, I brought this up to Printavo support recently. I thought it was an issue with uploading my custom products and the price is not getting respected. But like Jared said, man, this is just how it's done. This is the standard procedure. The way they dance around is kind of funny to me. They just don't want to say that the way Printavo does it sucks ass. And he gave me like a screencast of the workaround, you know, when using non-standard sizes, he calls it. He's like, what do you mean it's pulling in the wrong price? It will always pull in the highest price of all of the line item, even though that's not the price for all of the items on the line item. It was just some semantic, like, cognitive dissonance. Like, it's not pulling in the right price. And I've had this discussion with Printavo before. Just because you designed it to work that way doesn't mean it's not a bug, because it doesn't pull in the right price. It's literally pulling in the wrong price. When you have a 2XL item in that line, or any item with a different price, it's going to use the highest price for all of them, regardless of the actual price. Is that the wrong price? Like, am I tripping out here? I think that I don't know. Okay. So the thing that ticked me off, though, is going down this global catalogs page. They don't mention this at all. They do not mention this. Look, even here, my product pricing is wrong. When you utilize our catalogs, we'll keep pricing updated every day. It's not every day, though. It pulls it live every time. Anyway, whatever. And then add your imprints. Once you click save and insert pricing, we will grab the accurate price of the garment. But it's not the accurate price. We'll grab the price of the garment based on the highest price of the sizes in that row. Makes no sense. And this is good too. Youth sizes are not showing. If you go into your line item description box and type in a youth garment, you should see the youth options for that shirt populate since the shirt itself is youth. But not every item does that, I guess. It says you will put in quantities. Yeah, you should see the youth options for that shirt populate, but not the youth size options. What does this even mean? So you'll put in the quantities in the small, medium, and large columns. In youth garment, it's just like we can't do that. Because shirts that are youth already do not need to be put in the youth size columns. Do not need to. As if it's like a hack to save us time. It's really that it can't, because somewhere Printavo or Promo Standards is like converting youth small to small so that it can use this small set of Printavo sizes that everyone is really fed up with. This is actually, let's go see if there's an idea. Look, there's one here. Add the actual sizes listed on S&S. There are a lot of sizes not listed in the drop-down menu. So it's not just me. Tons of people have headaches about it. Look at this person here. There are sizes like newborn that Printavo just doesn't have. That's because Printavo, if it doesn't recognize this size, it just makes you use the quantity field. Here's another one from Jared where he shows how he does it in the notes, which is so tedious. Like, I get it, but man, why does Printavo not fix this for us?
So this is how it's always been for me. So you type that in, choose that, and that's all it does. So all of this over here, you have to manually pick every time. I've never had it where it actually will pull sizes, tell you what the size is. It's always been all manual, which is pretty bogus, because you have to have S&S open, then double check what the sizes are. So yeah, if it's in two sizes, I would just do like, I would do something like, 12 small medium, 12 medium large, and then just do like 24 over here, which is stupid.
So yeah, Printavo support was no help. This is the way that Printavo does it. It's done like this by design, and they don't even see it as a bug. They just see it as like the way it is, and that makes no sense to me. Like, just go back and look at Jared's video again to see how confusing that would be to keep the sizes together and stuff like that. Meanwhile, on my site, you click on a product page, and when I pull up a color, it'll be able to tell me what sizes it's available in. It'll be able to filter that. So why can't Printavo do that? Well, another question is, why can't my website do that? But That's what I'm working on. That's what I need help with. The way that these line items are grouped together by color and then by sizes, and then those line items can be grouped together to add imprints to them, like front print, back print, and then those imprints, quantities, the pricing quantity is based on the total quantity of that group. That's all I need an online cart to do, because that's all we're doing in Printavo. We're going onto this little online store, typing in our products, typing in the quantities, and then adding these customizations to it, and then sending our customer the link so they can pay it. It's like, why can't they do that right on the site? And I went over in my last video how Inksoft gets super close, but the importer, well, they don't have an importer. It doesn't exist. It's nothing like what I built here. And so Inksoft fails in that way. So yeah, this pricing thing was a huge source of delay. I really struggled with trying to calculate the prices. It was just a lot of figuring stuff out, mostly because I don't know what I'm doing. Like I said, I could use some help with the database stuff. And also just, I'm running a shop, so this has always been a sort of side burner sort of thing. I thought it'd be simpler to strip all this stuff out, right? I had a really simple price calculator. How much is that item? Calculate on that. We don't need to look at all the other items in that same color. We don't need to do anything like that. It's way simpler. But then when I go to upload this thing to Printavo, I realize that my 2XL pricing is going to jam up this line item. That if my team doesn't know that it's pulling in the highest price, that they're not going to know the price is wrong. They're not going to know it's not accurate. And I don't want to train my team to look for stuff that's not accurate. I want them to be able to do good work every time. Another problem I had, just to mention as a side note, is when I started importing products with this many variations, like look at the jersey tee here. It has like 400 or 500 variations when you count all the colors multiplied by all the sizes. So that's a ton. Apparently that's a ton for a web page to load up. It's going to pull in all these variations. I had some trouble with my old theme, had to I probably didn't have to, but I just got distracted with okay, well, let's do a new theme, a lightweight theme. I want this thing to load fast. Let's basically redesign the whole website in a page builder I ended up doing. But I don't know. Let's look here. Look at this front page. It's beautiful. Wow. Look at this, the little slider with the logos. Wow. I got the reviews. I don't need to update the Google reviews anymore. How good is that? I would love to make a video about Google reviews and how I get them, how I encourage customers to leave them and stuff like that, because it definitely works. It's not just asking your mom. There's a reason I have the most Google reviews in the city. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Back to my amazing front page. I'm still working on some style. I'm not a designer guy, but look at this thing. It's it's there, right? And like I showed a little earlier, we got the products page. I got my t-shirts, my good, better, best hoodies, hats, tote bags. We can see all this. Customers can see all this. But they can't check it out. It's not like a cart that they can check out of. But that, I guess, is what I want to talk to you guys about, just for a second at least. I mentioned I need some help. I've seen some WooCommerce and WordPress plugins that are very close. There's so many options that seem very, very close, where you can add customizations to a product. They even have an Inksoft, a whole t-shirt designer, one plugin I saw, except the problem is you can't add it to bulk items. You can add it to one shirt, but not to the Guild and Soft style in 10 small, 10 medium, 10 larges. Nothing works with this bulk variation adder. And it's not because it's way more complex. It's just pretty niche to screen printing in our apparel industry. But I don't know, this is huge. So I have a product in my mind. I think I'm at the point now where I get some help coding it, get some help bringing it to life, because it's certainly there. I have a lot of the minimum product here, the importer and stuff like that, but the vision's coming together, right? I'm so close. So yeah, hit me up in the messages, Instagram, I don't know, shoot me an email if you're into web development and stuff like that. Even just to chat about it, get our gears turning. I'm here to bounce ideas off of. I'll help you with your product. I don't care. I'd rather not build it myself. Let's just chat. I just want to see this done. It should work the way I imagine it to work. And I'm not really sure why our industry is settling for the way Printavo makes it work, for example, or Inksoft, or really any platform that doesn't also allow us to show these products on the front end to our customers, because that's a huge piece of this puzzle, right? Anyway, moving on. So I guess if you're wondering where I'm at right now, we're still not charging extra for 2XL, and I'm still not done getting rid of Printavo or finding a replacement or making Printavo fix itself, which means that I need to get these products in here without their 2XL pricing. I'm still getting hosed on the wholesale price for these 3XL sizes. We built it into our markup a bit, but not enough for a 5XL that's twice as much, obviously. But This is getting us closer because look, when I have this here, it at least pulls in the price. And here's the way it works right now. It's pretty slick. Soft style. If I type in soft style black, I'm going to get a bunch of options. Look, I get the soft style t-shirt, soft style youth, but it narrows it down. Isn't that sick? I actually want the mid-weight one. Oh, but it's not here. I think because it only pulls in, what, like 10 items? But if I type in soft style black midweight, there it is. Midweight t-shirt in pitch black, youth t-shirt in pitch black. See how helpful it is? Like, I wouldn't know necessarily what to search exactly, but the search does work. So I do like this. And when I add an imprint to it, screen printing, front center, 2 color, and there's 30 pieces, and I refresh the pricing, it'll use the right pricing. Like, it'll do the math for me, right? And if I bring this above, say, our 50-piece pricing, it'll tell me I need to refresh that, and it'll change the price. Look at that. It's glorious. So this saves my team from doing tons of mental math and like checking back and forth, checking the price, blah, blah, if they can rely on the products having been updated kind of recently from the suppliers, stuff like that. This is the vision, right? So this is still going to work. I'm going to remove all the 3XL pricing so that when I pull it into Printavo, it'll use the small to XL price, and it'll be good. And then that'll give me time to get some help, to figure it out, get the actual pricing working, get the actual invoice working, so that each variation uses its actual price. It drives me insane that Printavo says to pull in the accurate pricing when it knows full well it will pull in one price when you have 2 different prices. So it drives me absolutely insane. And I'm trying to get them to look at it. I'm trying to fix it myself. And I'm getting closer. Look at this. We're so close. But I'm at the point now where I'm kind of stuck on this 3XL pricing thing. I'm kind of stuck on how to invoice this in my online store. So for now, at least, I can use the Printavo stuff. I can ask you guys for help. I can show everyone where I'm at. And then I can kind of work on figuring out the rest of it. I'm going to do another big one, Sanmar, next. I really want to have a Gildan shirt with 2 supplier links on it and be able to go from there. So stay tuned. Appreciate you listening, subscribing, tuning in, because, man, if I didn't have a place to think out loud about this, I might not ever really think about it in this way. So thank you. Always getting my gears turning. Hit me on the messages. I want to talk about it more, but I hope you can see the vision, man. I hope you can see it. It's coming together.